Time now for the Friend Zone, which in real life is bad, but in our show is good. It's where we invite one of our friends from within the building here at Fox onto the program. And tonight, one of everybody's favorites, Maria Bartiromo. She's host of Mornings with Maria. She's also global markets editor for the Fox Business Network and an all-around good person. Let's begin with the growing turmoil inside the Democratic Party. You just interviewed Tim Ryan from Ohio, Democrat, thinking about challenging Nancy Pelosi for minority leader. And here's part of what he said to you this morning.
I don't think there's any question when you look at what happened in the Great Lakes states. I mean, we lacked an economic message for the working class people in Ohio and Michigan and Wisconsin. Clearly that was the case, or we would have won. I mean, the question really is now, how bad does it have to get before we make a change? I mean, we've lost 68 seats since 2010. We have the smallest number of people in our Democratic caucus in the House since 1929. So how many more seats do we have to lose before we realize that we got to make a change?
See, that just seems a lot smarter to me than we didn't hit climate change hard enough, doesn't it?
You're absolutely right, Tucker. I mean, the fact is you keep hearing conversations about climate change, about transgender bathrooms, about police brutality. They're not focused on the issues that the American people want them to focus on, and that's why Donald Trump won the election, and that is jobs and economic growth. That is the priority. And one of the issues here is the fact that you have folks like Barack Obama, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders pulling the party all the way to the left for these leftist ideas, and it's not resonating at all. And by the way, it doesn't seem like they're getting it. They are obviously in a state of panic, but the fact that they are rallying around someone like Keith Ellison to become the head of the DNC, who everybody knows is all the way to the left, who has his own issues around him, tells you that they are still not clear about what the American people want and are really just pushing through their ideologies instead of pushing through what the American people want to hear.
Exactly. If you're dying of cirrhosis, have another beer is not the solution.
Right. And
it doesn't seem like they got that at all.
They didn't. And the fact is during the election, Donald Trump had a very clear and specific message. I will lower taxes. I will roll back regulations. I will tap into energy. And I will redo trade deals that are not advantageous to America. What was Hillary Clinton's message? What really did she stand for? I've been here 30 years. It's my turn. I'm a woman. Not really what people want to feel like, okay, the leadership of this country is actually looking out for me. And unfortunately, the party is in disarray right now, and they have still not figured out what the American people want.
Tim Ryan seems to be onto it. So we've seen this parade of famous people coming in and out of Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. We saw Mitt Romney coming in. We also saw, amazingly, Tulsi Gabbard, who represents the 2nd District of Hawaii. She's only been there a couple of years. She met with Trump. Now, I don't know what this is really about, but I do know that according to every website on the entire internet, she's the prettiest member of Congress. And then we have the president-elect, who, of course, ran beauty pageants. I mean, what are her qualifications? I mean, what is this about exactly?
Well,
I think she's great, but I'm not.
She said after the meeting that she wanted to discuss her objection to a no-fly zone over Syria. She has real issues with the foreign policy as it relates to what's happening in Aleppo right now. That's what she said. The truth is I do think that it shows real maturity on Donald Trump's part to be taking these meetings. I mean, the fact that he even had that meeting with Mitt Romney shows you that he's being open-minded in terms of getting as much information into him as he can to try to address these issues. I don't know why she showed up there today, but I wasn't bothered by it. I thought that it was a good thing that Donald Trump is actually hearing from lots of different people from different corners of government.
And she issued the statement at the end that was so interesting, I thought, and principled and smart, where she said, basically, I have a non-interventionist position. You may not agree with it or not, but there are elements of what the president-elect has said that comport with my views. This is a realignment in ways that I don't think those of us who followed this for a long time were expecting to see at all.
It's pretty extraordinary. And even when you look at the economic side of the story, Tucker, you're talking about expectations now of 6% economic growth in the next 2 years. We're under 2% right now. You get to 6%, a triple from here, you're talking about lots of job creation, and you're talking about an economy that is about to take off.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. Maria, thanks a lot for doing that. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Tucker.